Welcome back, everyone. Before we dive in, make sure to share your thoughts and the lessons you took from this story in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another powerful story. A story of love, betrayal, and an unimaginable rise. Maya believed her love story with Darius was something out of a dream, a bond so full of chemistry and joy that people often smiled when they saw them together. Their conversations were effortless, their laughter contagious. They were the couple others admired. Their wedding in downtown Charlotte was nothing short of magical. Soulful music, candlelit decor, laughter that echoed into the night. Everyone said you could see the love radiating between them. For a while, Maya thought nothing could dim that light. But from the very beginning, something felt off. Not with Darius, but with his family. His mother, Evelyn, smiled with her mouth, but not her eyes. His younger sister, Celeste, always lingered close to Darius, whispering criticisms and casting cold glances whenever Maya tried to bond with them. Maya, ever the optimist, tried to win them over. She brought thoughtful gifts, hosted Sunday dinners, and immersed herself in their traditions, hoping time would bridge the distance. Didn't. If anything, the more Maya succeeded in her career as a therapist, the more confident and radiant she became, the more hostile Evelyn and Celeste grew. Evelyn would murmur pointed comments like, "A real wife doesn't need to work so much," or "Some women don't know their place anymore." Darius defended Maya at first. But over time the pressure wore him down. He grew quiet, then indifferent, whenever tension rose between his wife and his family. Still, for 2 golden years, they lived in a beautiful brownstone in Noda. They filled their space with art, books, and memories from travels to Belize and San Francisco. Their home was a sanctuary, and they dreamed of raising a family together. Then everything changed. Maya became pregnant, a moment they had prayed for. But instead of pure joy, Darius looked haunted, as if the weight of it all suddenly crushed him. Maya, glowing and hopeful, called her mother, her sister Layla, her best friends. She even sent a text to Evelyn, hoping this child would soften hearts and heal the cracks. The reply: "Hope you know what you're doing. Congrats." From that moment, the slow unraveling began. Darius, a mid-level manager at a budding tech firm, saw a major deal slip through his fingers. The company began bleeding money. His dreams of a promotion turned into whispers of layoffs. Meanwhile, Maya picked up extra clients and saved every penny, determined to provide a stable home for their child. She supported Darius with nightly back rubs, sticky notes of encouragement, and silent prayers whispered in the dark. But the stress chipped away at him. He drank more. He spoke less. He started coming home late. And then Evelyn began visiting, unannounced, lingering in the kitchen, muttering about bad energy. Celeste joined in with snide comments like, "Not everything is about your feelings, Maya, and maybe you should stop pretending everything's perfect." One evening, as Maya folded tiny onesies in the nursery, she heard Evelyn whisper to Darius in the living room, "You were thriving before her. Ever since you let that girl into your life, it's been one downfall after another. She's cursed, son." Maya pressed her hand to her chest as tears welled up, not from the weight of her pregnancy, but from the sharp ache of betrayal. 2 weeks later, 8 months pregnant, Maya came home from a routine prenatal checkup. She held a new sonogram image, excited to show Darius their baby's profile. But when she pulled into the driveway, her heart stopped. Her suitcase, her duffel, her overnight bag, all tossed on the porch. She thought maybe it's a surprise getaway. But as she got closer, she saw her belongings were haphazardly packed, as if thrown together in anger. The front door was locked. She knocked, rang the bell, called Darius. No answer. When the door finally cracked open, Darius stood there, cold, blank, and distant. He stared at her for a long time before saying, "Get out of here, Maya. You've ruined my life enough." He shut the door. Before she could even process the words, Evelyn appeared behind the screen, shoved another bag out and hissed, "You think you're better than us? You brought curses into our home. You're not welcome here." The door slammed. Maya collapsed on the porch, sobbing, cradling her belly. Neighbors pretended not to see. She tried calling friends but no one picked up. In despair, she called her sister Layla in Houston. Hearing Maya's broken voice, Layla sprang into action. She sent a rideshare to pick Maya up and booked her a room at a safe hotel. Layla texted her every few minutes until she knew she was safe. By morning, Layla had bought Maya a bus ticket and took the day off to meet her at the station. When Maya stepped off the bus, bloated, exhausted and heartbroken, Layla pulled her into a tight hug and whispered, "You're safe now. I've got you." Maya couldn't bring herself to take legal action. She still loved Darius despite the betrayal. She feared the emotional toll it might take on her unborn child. So she stayed in Layla's guest room, curled up in grief. Days blurred into weeks. Nights were sleepless. But slowly, with home-cooked meals, morning walks, and Layla's unwavering support, Maya found pieces of herself again. On a rainy April morning, she gave birth to her daughter, Amira, healthy, perfect, and strong. When Amira's tiny fingers wrapped around hers, Maya whispered a promise. "I will give you the life you deserve." Maya took a job as a receptionist at a local wellness center. The owner, Ms. Joy, saw potential in her and invited her to lead small support circles. Slowly, Maya returned to the work she loved, guiding women through grief, betrayal, and healing. Over time, Maya built a following. She launched her own platform, Rise and Radiate, focused on helping Black women reclaim their power. Her story, from heartbreak to healing, struck a chord. Her videos went viral. Her retreats sold out. One day, a local news crew reached out, asking to feature her journey. Maya hesitated. But Ms. Joy said, "Your story isn't just yours anymore. It's a lifeline for someone else." The segment aired on a quiet Sunday. By Monday, Maya's inbox was overflowing. Meanwhile, Darius had lost everything. After kicking Maya out, he found brief solace in his mother's approval. But his job disappeared after a round of layoffs. Creditors began calling. Friends faded away. Evelyn, the mother who'd poisoned his marriage, found a new partner and cut Darius off completely. Changed her number, moved to Raleigh. Celeste relocated to Chicago and stopped answering his calls. The house fell into foreclosure. Darius couch-surfed until the couches ran out. Eventually, he found himself on the streets. One afternoon, hungry and hopeless, Darius passed a storefront with a muted TV in the window. There she was, Maya, smiling, poised, with Amira in her arms, telling her story of survival and triumph. Darius turned away, the weight of regret breaking over him. That same evening, Evelyn saw the segment from a hospital bed. Bitter, alone, and forgotten. She'd suffered a heart attack weeks earlier. There was no one left to visit her. Back in Houston, Maya flourished. Her retreats became nationwide events. Universities invited her to speak. Her daughter Amira grew into a bold, brilliant child, proud of the woman her mother had become. Maya never remarried. She didn't need to. She had built something stronger than romance. A life of truth, self-worth, and resilience. She sometimes thought of Darius, of how someone you love can become a stranger. But she never looked back. Her glow-up wasn't about revenge. It was about rebirth. Because sometimes your greatest revenge is thriving in a life someone else was too blind, too broken, or too small to cherish. If this story moved you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Don't forget to comment with your thoughts and lessons. And make sure you subscribe so you never miss another story of strength, survival, and self-love.